Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. And today what we're going to be doing is taking a look at all of the new items from the Violet Vermin case. So unless you've been living under a rock, you guys will probably know that Scream Fortress X has been released. And with that, we've got a brand new cosmetic case featuring 20 new community created cosmetics. This video is essentially just going to be me taking a look at each of the cosmetics in-game and giving my opinions of them. Guys, if you're hyped for Scream Fortress, make sure you stick around on the channel and stay tuned because I'm going to be covering everything Scream Fortress related. We're going to be taking a look at everything and it's just going to be a really good time. So without further ado guys, we're just going to hop straight into the video. There's 20 cosmetics here to cover, so it's definitely going to be a lengthy one. So let me know your favourite cosmetic of the case down below, and without further ado, let's get into the first one. So guys, the first item we're going to be taking a look at is the DEADBEATS, and as you can see these are an all class misc, I believe. I'm pretty sure they are for all class. We're going to be going in order of game. Now apologies, I can't inspect these in game. For some reason every time I go to inspect an item in game nothing happens, so we're going to be looking at them on loadout.tf. But yeah, this is over-the-ear headphones. I'm not sure if these are a misc or a hat. I'd assume they're a hat because they go over the top of the head, but nonetheless, they're like over-ear headphones with a skull on them. It kind of reminds me of those like skull candy headphones people used to have ages ago, but I mean, it's a pretty cool misc. It's nothing special. I think it's nice we have another variant on the headphones, and obviously they're called the DEADBEATS because it's a play on the fact they're Beats headphones with a skull over the top. Very clever pun. Coming up next guys, we have the murderer's motif for the spy, and I love this hat. You get this like, I would say like, I'm not really too sure how to describe the actual hat of this. It's like a top hat kind of thing. And you also get an eye mask as well. It's kind of like two cosmetics in one. I really do like how this looks, and considering this is a blue, like this thing won't be too expensive to pick up in unusual form. I really like how this looks. Like you can make a proper sneaky looking loadout with this thing. And yeah, really nice spy hat, definitely. It's nice to see a very spy themed hat for this one. Up next guys, we have yet another spy cosmetic actually, being the Bandits boots. And I mean, they're alright, they just look a bit too wide. Like the spy's got really thin legs and these boots are really wide, so like as you can see there's like a big kind of like overlapping layer with how thick these boots are, but nonetheless, I mean, they're pretty cool. I'm assuming there's a full spy set here that goes with other cosmetics in this crate that we're going to see later in this video. But nonetheless though, pretty cool cosmetic I suppose, and I mean, maybe once we see the full set it'll all make sense. So this next item is called the Highway Star for the Sniper, and I actually love this cosmetic, man. You get this like rockstar vibes. You get this bandana, or I suppose it is a bandana, yeah, or a do-rag, or not a do-rag, it is definitely a bandana with like an all-over star print on it. And you can see this like big mullet growing out of the back of the sniper's head, and you get this cool mustache as well. I really like how this thing looks, man. I think this with like, can you imagine this with any of the Starstorm effects, how madly themed, or not necessarily themed, but just like how awesome that would look. But nonetheless though, this is a really nice hat. Every aspect of it, the mustache, the hair at the back, the bandana, everything about this is strong in my opinion. I really do like this. So this next item is our first heavy item on the list, and it's the Man of War, and it's this like kind of pirate hat I suppose you could say. And I mean, that kind of explains why when I initially saw this thing, I thought it was a Demo Man exclusive, but it's quite the opposite, and it's a heavy hat, and it looks really cool, honestly. I'm assuming there may be some kind of like matching set that goes with this thing, but it's just really nice to see. I think it doesn't look out of place at all. It really does suit the heavy. It's just a nice fun hat. It's got this skull and crossbones print and this like rag underneath. It's just really nice. I do like how this looks on the heavy. So now we have this scout cosmetic called the Olympic Leathers, and it's these like sandals with wings coming out the side, which I think is amazing. I love the design on this, and I've accidentally spoiled it for myself because I saw the matching hat in this set, and by god the matching hat is amazing. You could like, the full set of this cosmetic is absolutely incredible. Like I can't wait to show you guys. It's this like ancient Greek kind of vibe is the kind of vibes I'd get from this, but nonetheless it's these like strap sandals with wings coming out of each side. Just a nice cosmetic. And speaking of which, the next item we're going to be taking a look at is actually also a mercenary grade. I was not expecting that at all, but it's the HEPHAISTOS handcraft. I said that so wrong. The HEPHAISTOS handcraft, which is this like Roman Greek type helmet. Apologies, my historical knowledge is not there, but as you can see, it's got this like feather ridge all the way around it. It's got this golden helmet with the wings on each side. Like, I'd definitely say Greek. I'm pretty sure Greek is the right time period, but nonetheless, you get this like old like warrior type vibes. You've got the wings on the helmet and the sandals. This is just a really nice cosmetic set, man. I love this. Like, this is brand new. We never really see cosmetics like based on stuff like this for the Scout. It's just really nice to see. I really enjoyed this set, and if this unusual's cheap, I may even pick myself one up. So up next, guys, we have the Vampire Vanquisher for the Soldier, and surprisingly we're still in Mercenary grade. All of these cosmetics have been blue tier so far. I'm very interested to see what the rest are, but as you can see, it's this like, I'm assuming it's got to be a reference to something, alright? I don't understand the reference if it is, but it's these like blonde, it's this blonde haircut with this ring going around his eyes and forehead. Yeah, there's not. I'm assuming it's got to be a reference to something, and I'm just not understanding it. But I do like how it looks as a cosmetic, however, and I do think it's a pretty cool concept. I just have no idea what it's a reference to. So up next, guys, we have this engineer cosmetic, the first engineer cosmetic of the case being the mini ENGY, and just look how cute that thing is. It's like a little Lego engineer clinging onto the side of the engineer. He's smiling and everything. He's just having a great time. Yeah, I don't know, there's not a huge amount I can say about this. It's like one of the little pocket cosmetics, but for the engineer, and it's just clinging onto the side for dear life. So I wonder if there's any like wobble physics or anything like that when you're running in game, but a pretty cool cosmetic nonetheless. And guys, the last mercenary grade cosmetic of the case, and arguably the creepiest cosmetic of the case, we have the ARACHNO-ARSONIST for the Pyro. And this replaces the heads region of the Pyro with a spider's head. And there's eyes going all the way around, like on the sides of the head. There's big fangs coming out and like big lifeless eyes. And in game they're like high textured, so they like reflect and glow and stuff. Like, this is just such a creepy and off-putting cosmetic. If you have a fear of spiders or insects make you uncomfortable, this isn't a cosmetic for you. But yeah, definitely a very interesting one to say the least. Coming up next, guys, is the biggest meme item on the list. We have the GAELIC Gluttony for the Demo Man, or the Glutton. GAELIC Glutton. I'm pretty sure it's Glutton or Gluten. It's got to be Glutton. But nonetheless, this is the double chin cosmetic for the Demo Man. For those of you who are familiar, there's the level 3 chin for the Engineer. We've now got the Demo Man version, and he doesn't look too happy with himself. He's piled on the pounds, and he's not too happy with himself. But I just think this is such a great cosmetic, man. There may be a matching cosmetic. I haven't actually checked yet. It would be really interesting to see like if the demo got like a big belly cosmetic as well. But nonetheless, I think this is so funny. It's so like just interesting to see. He's even got a little like I suppose it might be the stock beanie, but nonetheless, it's a really funny cosmetic. I love this one. So guys, here's the next item, and it's for the spy. It's the DRESSPERADO, and now all the whole cosmetics make sense. Like, we get the whole set here, and I think the DRESSPERADO is really nice. It kind of reminds me of the Burly Beast for the medic, but not as intense. I do really like it though. I think it does look really nice. The like unbuttoned shirt that isn't really buttoned because it's laced up, and like it just looks a lot more casual, and the boot, just everything goes well together. This is a really cool set, and a really nice cosmetic for sure. So guys, coming up next we have the Pyro in Chinatown, and I love this one, man. It's like the default Pyro eye mask with these like bright lights lighting up the mouth and the breathing hole and the eye hole, just the whole mask of the Pyro. And there's a different style as well that only does the eyes and doesn't do the mouth and whatever hole that is. Just either way, I just think it's really cool. It's these like bright pink vibrant lights coming off of the Pyro, and it's just really nice and simplistic. I do like this one a lot for sure. So guys, the final item in the Scout set is the Athenian attire, which confirms my suspicions. It was in fact Greece, it wasn't Rome. But yeah, the Athenian attire, it's this like robe going across the body of the Scout, and then these like gold capsules, I suppose you could say, with more material on each of the wrists. I think this is so good. Like, look at this as a set, man. You made a full Greek like warrior Scout. I just think this looks so good. All of these cosmetics look great together. You even get the like leather belt going around with the Scout logo engraved on it in the middle. This is just such a strong item set, and two of them are blue. Like, this is just amazing to me. I'm definitely going to be picking these ones up for sure. So when I read that the soldier had an item called the tank top, this really isn't what I was expecting. On the top of the soldier's head there is a mini tank with a little soldier's helmet coming out of the top. Like, I think The tank itself is really cool and funny, but the little soldier head and helmet coming out the top is such a nice touch, man. Like, I think this is a really cool cosmetic, and it goes perfectly with the soldier's brand new taunt. And if you don't know what that is, you can check out my previous video to see what that is. But yeah, this is really awesome, man. I love how this thing looks. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. Yeah, really funny cosmetic there. Up next, guys, we have another engineer cosmetic. So we have a little pocket engineer down there, and then we have a little buddy sentry gun. This is the mini sentry for the engineer, and there's two styles. There's one with the mini sentry graphic around the side, and one just normal sentry. This is really cool, man. It almost makes sentry guns look kind of cute in a way. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool cosmetic. Once again, the engineer isn't getting any major cosmetic sets so far. I do like this one though. It is kind of cute for sure. You have got to admit that. And on the topic of engineer cosmetics, the first assassin grade cosmetic in this is the defragmenting hard hat 17%. Remember that I don't feel so good meme? It feels like they've put that in a hat, and I love this. Like, this is the first hat where we've seen, like, I don't know, I really can't describe this. It's like the hat is starting to glitch and fade away. It's like the whole thing is like it's technology, it's defragmenting. Instead of hard drive, it's hard hat. It's a really clever play on words, and a really, like, I think this is a really clever cosmetic in the way it's done. You can even see his hair underneath. This is really cool, man, for sure. I'm a big fan of this hat. So we are nearing the end of the list now, and as we can see, the next item is an all-class cosmetic. I'm showing you it on the soldier. It's the TERROR-ANTULA, and it's a mascot cosmetic, meaning it sits on the shoulder of every class, and it's just a little spider wearing a top hat. I'm actually going to put it on the pyro whilst it's not wearing the Chinatown, or the pyro in Chinatown. I'm going to put it on the pyro whilst it's wearing the ARACHNO-ARSONIST and the TERROR-ANTULA. Wow, what a set. As we can see, yeah, it's just an all-class mascot. It's a little spider with a little top hat on. Really not too much more I can say about it, other than it's pretty creepy. Yeah, I don't like spiders. So, the second to last item on the list is the Mr. Quackers, and this thing is seriously creepy. It's this, like, stitched together old duck wearing a hood. It's even got this little breathing thing down there, and like the little voice box. It's meant to be one of those old toys where you squeeze it and it makes a noise. I'm just really creeped out by this. I can't figure out why, because normally the duck cosmetics in TF2 are quite cute. This one is just really creepy. Whoever did this did a really good job. It's got the hood shrouding over the top of its head, these big lifeless black eyes, and that voice box is just very unnerving to me, but a really cool cosmetic, and it even has a little duck print on the bottom, which is nice. So yeah, pretty good cosmetic. Definitely worked in creeping me out. So, as the medic didn't get any cosmetics, I figured I'd show the last and the only elite grade cosmetic of the crate, which is of course the lucky cat hat on the medic. And it's this like woolen beanie, but it's a cat. And I think this is a really sweet cosmetic. I'm not sure if it's a reference to something that I don't really understand, but it's got these little buttons stitched in for eyes. It's like a DIY cat hat, and it's got like little things sewn on here and there. It's just a really sweet cosmetic, and I'll show you it on another class as well, I suppose. I'll show you it on the demo whilst he's got a really big, chubby face. Yeah, you can put anything on this demo while he's got those chubby face and it will still look just as funny. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your favourite cosmetic from the crate, and make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest Scream Fortress content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like, and peace.